You're listening to Veterans Radio Net. Around the UK and the world.
Have you seen the old man in the closed down market, kicking up the paper with his worn out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, and held loosely at his side, yesterday's paper telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me you're lonely, and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London, show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old girl who walks the streets of London, dirt in her hair and her clothes in rags? She's no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her home in 2 carrier bags. So how can you tell me you're lonely, and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London, show you something to make you change your mind. In the all-night cafe at 11:15, same old man sitting there on his own, looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each tea lasts an hour and he wanders home alone. So how can you tell me you're lonely? Don't say for you that the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London, show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old man outside the Seaman's Mission, memory fading with the metal ribbons that he wears? In our winter city, the rain cries a little pity for one more forgotten hero and a world that doesn't care. So how can you tell me you're lonely, and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London, show you something to make you change your mind.
and the Rodney Collins programme, welcoming you in. Thank you very much indeed for joining me as we start with the re-recording of Streets of London by Ralph McTell and eventually the hit. It had been around for Transatlantic Records for years when he went back in the studio, recorded it again in the 1970s for Reprise, and that's that recording that you hear there. The better of the two, I think, to be honest. And Ralph McTell, I remember many times from coming into the Radio Luxembourg studios in the mid-70s when I was there and helping us with an anti-drugs campaign that we ran on the radio. Really nice guy. Thank you and welcome to the programme.
Give me just a little more time, and our love will surely grow. Give me just a little more time, and our love will surely grow. Life's too short to make a mistake. Let's think of each other and hesitate. Young and impatient we may be, there's no need to act foolishly. If we part, our hearts won't forget it. Years from now we'll surely regret it. Give me just a little more time, and our love will surely grow. Give me just a little more time, and our love will surely grow. You're young and you're in a hurry. You're eager for love, but don't you worry. We both want the sweetness in life, but these things don't come overnight. Don't give up, 'cause love seems slow. Girl, we're gonna succeed with another blow. Just give me just a little more time, and our love will surely grow. Baby, please, baby, baby, please, baby. Love is that mountain we must climb. Let's climb it together, your hand in mine. We haven't known each other too long, but the feeling I have is oh so strong. I know we can make it, there's no doubt. We owe it to ourselves to find it out. Just give me just a little more time, and our love will surely grow. Give me just a little more time, and our love will surely grow. Give me just a little more time, and our love will surely grow. Baby, please.
Chairman of the Board, 1970, and Give Me Just a Little More Time. We're playing that one for David. Thank you for your email to rodney.collins@gmail.com.
In a neat little town they call Belfast, apprentice to trade I was bound, and many an hour sweet happiness have I spent in that neat little town. A sad misfortune came over me, which caused me to stray from the land, far away from me friends and relations, betrayed by the black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds, I thought her the queen of the land, and her hair it hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. I took a stroll down Broadway, meaning not long for to stay, when who should I meet but this pretty fair maid, come a-traipsing along the highway. She was both fair and handsome, her neck it was just like a swan, and her hair it hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. Her eyes they shone like a gentleman passing us by. Well, I knew she meant the doing of him by the look in her roguish black eye. A gold watch she took from his pocket and placed it right into my hand. And the very first thing that I said was, "Bad cess to the black velvet band." Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair, it hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. Before the judge and the jury, next morning I had to appear. The judge, he says to me, "Young man, your case, it is proven clear. We'll give you 7 years penal servitude to be spent far away from the land, far away from your friends and relations, betrayed by the black velvet band." Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair, it hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. So come all you jolly young fellows, a warning take by me. When you are out on the town, me lads, beware of the pretty colleens. They'll feed you with strong drink, me lads, till you are unable to stand. And the very first thing that you'll know is you've landed in Van Diemen's land. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. Her neck, it was just like a swan. And her hair, it hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band.
Kieran writes and says, "Rodney, why is it whenever you play music by the Dubliners, you always play Seven Drunken Nights? Can you not play something else by them?" Well, the reason I suppose we play Seven Drunken Nights so much is because that was the biggest of the UK hits, but that was also a top 20 hit in 1967, so I thought I'd play that for you, which is the story of the Black Velvet Band. Welcome to the programme for this 2 hours. I hope you enjoy it, whichever radio station you're with, whether it's Ars FM or Not FM or Diamond FM or ABC Oldies or Veterans Radio Network, wherever you're listening around the world. Thank you for joining me. A friend of mine went to see Paul Jones in concert in Biggar in South Lanarkshire a couple of years back, and was very pleased with the concert, but what disappointed him was he only did one of the old Manfred Mann hits, and it was this one.
On our club, all of the guys call her Flamingo, 'cause her hair glows like the sun and her eyes can light the skies. When she walks, she moves so fine, like a flamingo. Crimson dress that clings so tight, she's out of reach and out of sight. When she walks by, she brightens up the neighborhood. Oh, every guy would make her his if he just could, if she just would. Some sweet day I'll make her mine, pretty flamingo. Then every guy will envy me, 'cause paradise is where I'll be.